Welcome to the new Frisco Beauty Podcast with Lisa Stubbs. Just kidding. It's still the Frisco Podcast Show, but I'm Kelly Walker, and I'm sitting in today with our friend Lisa Stubbs of Monat. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, how's it going, Kelly?
It's going really well. So thanks for jumping on with us today. I'm excited because, I'm a customer now of yours, and so was excited to sit down and talk hair with you.
Woot, woot. I'm excited to be here.
And I know that you've talked to our audience before, but for those who might be hearing your voice for the first time, I definitely want to start off with kind of a brief overview, like what is Monat?
Sure, I would love to share. So Monat, it actually stands for modern nature. So it's pronounced Monat if you're curious. And we are actually focused on anti-aging. We are the first really in this space to offer naturally based products for both hair and skin, but most known for our shampoos, conditioners, styling products, and the focus or the focal point is on scalp health. And it's for men, women, and children. And we're actually now officially the #1 premium hair care brand in the entire world. So that is a huge bragging right.
Yes.
And we use active cellular renewal, so it preserves natural or artificial color and is safe for hair extensions. And anyway, we're toxin-free, vegan, gluten-free, Leaping Bunny certified, which means that we don't do cruelty like animal testing. And
Leaping Bunny, that's cute.
Yeah, Leaping Bunny certified. It's a big deal and it's super expensive. And we actually clinically trial every product. And with thousands of choices, I don't know any other brand that can offer all of that. So it's pretty impressive.
It is. It's sort of just, to me, feels like it's all of the stuff you just said to wrap it up. It's like the healthy way to treat your hair. That's how I feel. Like now that it's been a few months now since I've been one of your customers. I'm proud of that. And because I'm a customer, I wanted to say that I love the way my hair looks, of course. I feel like it's healthier than ever. But what I like about getting to know you and work with you with my hair is that you educate me. I think it's cool that you help me understand like specific products that are best for me. For example, and you can better explain this, but like you taught me about like dry shampoo tips. Do you want to tell us about that?
Sure. So one of the best things that I've learned is that if you will shake up the bottle until it's cold, so you shake till it's cold to the touch, and then when you spray it on, it's best to do it at night if you're shampooing in the morning. So that way, the dry shampoo, ours is actually a conditioning dry shampoo, which sounds like an oxymoron, but it moisturizes the scalp because it doesn't have a talc or a butane base. And so as your oil might start producing overnight, the dry shampoo is soaking that in. And so let's say you hold it too close to the scalp and you get like a white residue. By morning, you're not going to see that.
Right.
So it's pretty sweet that way.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess it's the no talc and no butane that you mentioned that's different from some of the other dry shampoos I use. I jumped on the dry shampoo bandwagon a while back, but it was always using like grocery store bought dry shampoo, right? Kind of, I'm a cheap person, so like I would buy like the cheaper versions of whatever. And then once I switched over to using Monat, like it's a totally different feel in my hair with the cheaper grocery store stuff, I call it. I know you probably hate me saying that, but my fingers would get like kind of stuck in that dry shampooed hair. But now it's still like a smooth. Now that I do the tips that you just pointed out, like dry shampooing before bed, it's a smoother hair the next day. Dry shampoo at night, brush it out, sleep on it, and then it just feels like a fresher head of hair that's not like a clumpy with a bunch of weird products in it in the morning.
Yes, it's not suffocating your follicles and your scalp.
Yeah. Another tip that you gave me and taught me about my hair is this whole 4 inches of your hair being a live bit. So can you educate us real quick on that?
Sure. So our natural oil production from our scalp can go all the way down to 4 inches. So basically that's why when we shampoo, we really need to focus shampooing on our scalp. And the conditioner is more for the dead hair. So 4 inches down and below is dead. And so that's why the conditioner needs to be there. And so if we put conditioner too close to our scalp, that can actually cause some more oil to produce because it doesn't really need that.
That's amazing. I never realized that. Like, I'm 40 years old and learned that about which part of your hair needs to be shampooed versus which part needs to be conditioned. And then there's a Monat product that addresses that oil production part, right?
Yes. And before I address that, do you mind if I just mention really quickly that some people that have tried Monat, we actually have found that because most people believe that they know how to shampoo and condition their hair, they might not use our product correctly, and so they might not have the best experience. So it's all about, really vigorously emulsifying the product between the palms of your hand so that you can activate the botanicals. And as you put them into your scalp, it's just you can get a much more luxurious lather, at least on the second wash, and you do 2 washes in the same shower. But you're basically removing a lot of buildup. A lot of products out there, they have parabens and silicones, plastics that we're kind of putting on our hair, and then we're flat ironing it on, kind of like pressing it on like an iron. And so Monat will remove that buildup, and that can take some time. Mm-hmm. And then what happens is your hair is actually, you see your hair for the first time. Some might actually have a more damaged strand of hair than they ever thought because they've been putting, these treatments on their hair, and it's just kind of suffocating the hair, and which actually causes breakage in the long run. So Monat will take some time to repair your hair back up, but it's really interesting to learn a lot of this stuff, but we offer safe and sustainable, effective products that actually perform. So I love that.
Yes.
You actually get what you want out of your hair products. So the product that you asked about is the oil. It's called Rejuvenate Oil Intensive, and it's our flagship product. It's actually infused in about 80% of our products. It's a blend of 11 essential oils, and we actually call it liquid gold because it smells like gold and it puts money in our pockets too. But our hair ages 10 times faster than our skin. And so this oil...
Wait, say that again. Our hair ages 10 times faster than our skin.
Yes.
See, I didn't know that yet either.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the sun is really, penetrating our hair. It's aging our hair. Hair ages.
And most people all the stuff we do to it.
Yeah. So most people don't even know that we age our hair. Our hair ages. And so this oil has carrot seed in it. That's one of them. And that is a natural, protection from the sun's rays. And so that's something that we need to pay attention to. And it's even infused into our hairspray. And so as you put that hairspray on that, I could go on and on about how revolutionary our hairspray is, but we won't go there.
I haven't tried the hairspray yet, so now I'm curious. You can tell that you enjoy teaching people about these products, and I'm curious from a kind of a more personal side, what is it about these products, or why did you get into this in the first place to have this now a connection a few years in, right? How many years in are you?
So I've been using the products for just over 5 years. Okay. Yeah, so I will not let anything else touch my hair. Like, I have to bring my products to the salon. It's one of those things now for me. And what I'm getting out of it is basically, if someone's looking for more volume or have their frizz improve, or they have fried strands that can be turned into smooth, supple locks. We have all the solutions people are looking for. And I just love that I'm able to offer a customized hair regime for people so that you don't have to keep wasting money. I would find that products would plateau for me after 2 to 3 months. Mm-hmm. And it was just another set of either parabens or silicones. But even if I went the clean route, my hair was cleaner, but it didn't look good. Mm-hmm. And so I was just really frustrated. It felt like I was in a rat race of trying to find the right products for my hair. And this line just covers everything. I don't have to have one of this from this company, one of this from this company.
Right.
And it does just really work in a blanket way like that. I love it.
So would you call yourself a hair person before this 5 years of this journey?
That's a good question. I would probably call myself a product hair junkie.
Okay.
Like trying so many things. I just don't have a graveyard of hair products anymore. And I love that my kids can all use this, and it's healthier. It's toxin free. And as most know that are very interested in being more aware of what we're putting in or on our bodies, it only takes 26 seconds for toxins to enter our bloodstream once they touch our skin.
Wow.
So if you think about that right next to your scalp or, right on your face, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Our brain is right there.
Wow.
So it's important.
You're constantly giving me tidbits of information. That's what I mean. Like, kind of when I say, were you a hair person? That's what I wonder. Like, have you always been this knowledgeable? Or did you dive in when you took on, your world of Monat as a business side,
I
is that when you really started to like embrace learning so much about hair? Or I was just curious, like, have you just always been a hair person?
Yeah, so I guess I've always been a hair person. I would
Okay.
cut some roommate's hair just for fun, and
okay.
I've been cutting my husband's hair all these 21 years, and I was just doing my kids for a little bit, and then decided it's not my time anymore. YouTube's not cutting it for me.
Okay, so then now knowing that you've always had an interest in hair, what's the story where it went from just an interest in hair to trying Monat products and then getting into it as a business opportunity?
Yeah, so my stylist, when I went in for an appointment, she's like, wait, people are asking you about your hair? And I said, yeah, it's kind of like, when people lose a lot of weight, everyone wants to know what the secret is. There was such a transformation. I'd run into friends that I hadn't seen for a while. They're like, what did you do to your hair? And so she's like, you need to just share where to get this. And I'm like, no, I'm not a salesperson. My husband's in sales. He's the first to say, my wife's a consumer. And, I do like to spend money, I'll be honest. But she challenged me and she says, I'll help you do it. And so I did it more out of helping her. Not even though we were struggling financially for about 7 years. So as much as I had a need there, it was more that I wanted to help her. Isn't that interesting? So I really love helping other people. And so the way that this even flourished was, oh my goodness, I can help other people achieve their dreams. And, I started making maybe like $500 a month. And that was kind of the amount that we needed to make ends meet each month. And so then my husband's, after a few months, he's like, Lisa, why don't you up your goal to 1,000? And so I did. And then it just started to take off. And I just never dreamed changing my shampoo was going to change my life. And I used to tease him that, the Lord put this right in my lap, but truly he put it in my hair.
Right. I love that story though, because I do think a lot of people are reluctant to take on a side business. The selling piece can be so intimidating and can turn like negative in our minds. And we think, nope, that's not my background, or that's not my forte, or whatever. But it sounds like with you, it was such a natural selling tool piece because you were using it and finding success with it. So do you feel like you're selling, or do you feel like you're just sharing and educating and introducing something to people?
Yeah, I definitely have to stay in the mindset of I'm just sharing, because it's everybody else's choice if they want to use it or not. That's not my choice for them.
Okay.
And so I can't force my beliefs or my thought process on people, but I can definitely offer the dessert. Right? And it's up to them if they want to take it or not. And we're not always interested in dessert when we go out to eat dinner, And so it may not be the right time for somebody at a certain point, but hopefully they'll think of me because I'm not pressure sales, and that's not who I am. And I feel ugly when I'm that, if I tried to be that way. And so I just really enjoy the education piece because it makes sense. Like, why wouldn't you want to have the healthiest thing for your hair? It has not been an easy road, because even in that 7-year financial struggle, I was experiencing the hair loss and the stress of life, being a stay-at-home mom and going through a lot of hormonal changes and things. I got to the point where I was kind of hiding in my house, and I wouldn't even answer the door. Or when people would call that I actually knew, if they didn't leave me a message, there was no way. If I didn't know what they wanted to talk about, I wasn't going to talk. And I wasn't going to call them back. And so there's been a lot of learning and growing through anxiety of just, I got to get outside of my own head. It all starts in our minds. And a lot of times we'll give excuses. Our minds are wired to be negative. And so we say no just because we're not sure. It's like fight or flight. And so it's easier to say no. Even so, I've been just trying to train my mind to be more open-minded to anything and everything now, just because I want to learn more and I want to grow, and that's how I can expand myself and be, reach more of my potential and be able to help more people too. So it's been a great journey.
Yeah, that sounds like quite a 180. I was going to describe it as from feeling like kind of trapped maybe in your own head, but you're in your own home, like physically not wanting to see or talk to people or return calls. Going from that to now, I've known you for several years, but I know you as, a vibrant, outgoing, you're willing to start conversations and be, put yourself out there and help people and educate people. So you have come a long way.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Now, I wanted to ask you at the very beginning when you were describing kind of what are some of the things that Monat is good at, you mentioned the products are for women and men and now children and all those things. So I feel that you guys are evolving and inventing new things all the time. What are kind of some of those new things that maybe somebody hasn't looked at Monat in a while? What would they see now that's new?
Well, I'm really glad that you brought that up because there are a few things, and this is not new, like you said, but maybe we haven't talked about it. In our family, we have someone named Zella, and maybe you're realizing that that's not a person's name, but I don't know about any of you, but we have this feeling that our dog is pretty much part of our family. And so why not treat her with the best products out there as well and give her the best, same care that we get? So gratefully Monat, they launched a line that is for dogs. So our fur babies can start to smell a few days after they've been washed because their pH levels start to fluctuate. But our specialated formula, it contains just the right ingredients to balance the dog's pH level and kill that grit and grime that makes them so smelly. And anyway, so it's fun that way too. And we definitely recommend that people will chat with their veterinarian. If you want to look at the ingredients with them to make sure, of course, we know it is.
Yeah.
But,
it'll pass the test.
Yes. But two of my friends that were using the dog shampoo on their dogs that had sensitive skin, it's just worked wonders for them. And even my neighbor a little bit ago was petting Zella and she's like, "Why is your dog's hair so smooth?" And I'm like, "Monat." She looked at me almost like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, dog shampoo."
That's great. I didn't even know that. So That's a good one.
Yes. And then the other one is in September. This is really exciting news that just like I was on a journey to find new products for my hair, I've also been on a search for the right skincare for my face. And I'd go around asking my friends, if I noticed that they had smooth skin or less wrinkles, I'd ask them, what products do you use? And then I'd grab them and then I'd be disappointed again and just add them to that skincare graveyard. But with Monat becoming a $1 billion brand, that's with a B, in just under 5 years, they became an industry disruptor. Just like Uber is with taxi or vaping is with tobacco, Monat decided, why not interrupt the skincare industry? So I tend to like products, obviously, that are not harmful to the skin, and I've been waiting for a company to nail something like this, and I believe we've done that. I don't want to touch my face because of the oil on my fingertips, but when I can wash my face at night, you guys, I'm seriously there. I love washing my face so I can feel how soft and smooth my skin is. I feel like it's the first time in forever. I don't even get it, but it's
that's
just
exciting.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now you've got me interested. I'll have to give that one a shot. Okay, so you've told us about the new skincare line and products. Anything else that jumps out at you that we should know?
Yeah, so I feel like actually our best offering is the limitless opportunity where you can create a profitable, successful business working from anywhere that will bring you joy and you'll have fun while you change your life. So whether like I was talking about $200 to $500 a month, or if you want double-digit thousands, I know listeners may be out maybe only thinking about the products, but when I really think about it, the business is what has transformed my life. And this is from someone who's never been in direct sales. So what I'm saying is if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's simply just sharing something you love. Just like, you buy your favorite brand of deodorant, or Target might have the best sale on these clothes and you tell your people about it. That's exactly what this is. It's that simple.
I know you have a hair quiz. That's kind of what the direction you pointed me at the beginning. So tell us about what's that, where do they find it, and how can people get started and just kind of looking into you and your Monat products?
Sure. So I would love to serve anybody who has any questions or concerns or hair goals, or for your skin. We have a customized hair or skin assessment, and it's free. It only takes about 3 minutes, and it's fun. So you're welcome to call me or text me, and I can definitely hook you up. My number, if you want to write it down right now, is 972-693-3432. Or you're welcome to Facebook message me. It's under Lisa J. Stubbs, whatever you want. But the link is also on the Lifestyle Frisco page. And I'd love to help you fall more in love with your hair or your skin, because it's a beautiful thing that helps boost your confidence. I just love what it's done for me.
Yes.
I'd love to share that with others.
We will have a link to that hair quiz on this podcast episode page, of course, so that people can quickly find it. I loved it because I think I didn't really know all the things I needed. I thought I knew what my hair needed, but over time your hair changes. Well, mine has, for sure. I used to describe my hair as oily and if I don't wash it every day, it looks greasy and oily. And through these products and like the dry shampoo regimen we were talking about earlier, I would not say that about my hair anymore. And so you have to keep learning differently, learning new things about your own hair. It's interesting. I'm not a hair girl, so I'm fumbling through it, but I'm learning and
Your hair's
enjoying it.
beautiful.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
really beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so everybody go check out the hair quiz and reach out to Lisa for all of your hair and now skin care needs. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you for having me. It's been so fun.